Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Jennie Montgomery. We're covering a variety of topics today, including a renewed emphasis on service at Starbucks, the 31st Caddyshack Cats Club All-Breed Cat Show, plus a pageant with a purpose, Miss Mission USA. This newcomer in the field of pageants focuses on celebrating women whose goal is to improve the lives of others. Organizers look for the most exceptional women around the country to represent their culture and country and their advocacy. And this year, Miss Mission Georgia is from right here in the CSRA. Abigail Mongillo is a 21-year-old young woman from Martinez, the eldest of 8 children, 5 of whom were adopted privately and through foster care. And Abigail is with me today, just days before heading to the national competition in Orlando. Abigail, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
I know you are busy, and I know you have a lot on your mind, but I'm really glad you could squeeze in a visit with us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's very interesting to me because you are using fostering and adoption as your platform.
Yes.
This is something you can really advocate for through the pageant.
Absolutely. This is something that I've had a passion for since I was probably like 5 or 6. When I was really little, I wanted to start an orphanage, and that was my little 5-year-old dream. And then as I got older, my family started fostering and started adopting. We adopted my little brother then, and I realized, oh, I can channel those passions that I had at 5 into a way here in my own area. And that's
you know, I want to talk to you about that because Miss Missions USA is a very new pageant. How did you learn about it?
Yeah, so I had really come across it. It was on Facebook. I think a mutual friend had honestly posted about it. I remember it being a really tough night for me. I was up at like 12:30, just sitting in my downstairs, and just honestly had a really rough week that week. And I had prayed and was like, okay, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what do you want me to do? Are you using me? Am I going to be used? Like, what do you have for me?
Yep.
And a mutual friend had posted about it, and I was like, huh. And I went and checked it out, and the applications were open, and I was like, we're just gonna give it a try. It was like a 12:30 decision I made, and fast forward, I'm going to nationals.
And you're going to now, have you been in pageants before?
No, ma'am. This is my first pageant.
How exciting for you! Yes. That's really great. And it's like I feel like what you're saying too is through your prayer and you're thinking about where am I going. This is giving you purpose. The pageant is giving you some purpose here.
Absolutely. It was able to just kind of give me a platform to channel my passions into one specific platform and advocacy versus just kind of wondering on where am I supposed to be at this point. It just kind of gave that beginning platform, and so many things have escalated from this, which has just been amazing.
Well, the other thing that's really amazing is your family history. And you said just a little bit about it, but I want you to tell us more about it. It's very inspiring, your family journey. And tell me about your siblings, because you are all a mixed bunch.
So my family started the foster care and adoption journey when I think I was 8 or 9. We adopted my little brother, and that's when we adopted him at a day old, which is almost unheard of.
Oh my goodness.
And I remember we drove out to Texas, and it was a whole travel journey for a 9-year-old to experience. And I remember seeing him on the bed and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, this is what I'm going to do. And so we adopted him, and then about 2 years later, I want to say, we started foster care. And through that, we adopted the sibling group of 4 that we have now as well. That was about 13 years ago.
Now, tell me about the people in the graduation picture. Yes. That nice big family.
So that's actually just my siblings and my parents.
Wow.
So we have a very large family, and it is truly a blessing 99% of the time.
And you are the oldest.
I am. Yes.
Yeah. 8 of you now.
It's a fun position to have. I feel like sometimes I'm very unworthy. I feel sometimes to have the position of the oldest, but it's fun 90% of the time.
Where do your parents get the energy?
I have no idea. I call them living superheroes. I've never met someone like them, and the journeys that Mom and Dad had to face to get, especially the sibling group of 4, is unheard of. I mean, we fought for a few years.
So you have 4 birth siblings that you have adopted.
So I have, yes, they were a sibling group of 4.
And you were able to keep them together?
Yes,
Oh,
that's what we fought for. So we fought 2 years for that, and Lord be praised, he worked it all out, and they were able to all stay together in the family.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Well, you have also learned that with adoption, you don't have to be perfect to get it all figured out, okay? You can still make a big difference when you don't have it all figured out.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I think that's something that in our culture today, I don't think that's something that people will feel. They'll feel like, well, I don't have this or that ready, or I'm just not as prepared, or I don't feel ready. And I think that's something where I want to challenge people and encourage them. It's like, if you feel that calling, and if you feel like, well, I have a heart for foster care or adoption, but I just don't blah, 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 blah. And you have all these excuses. I had those excuses as well before I began this journey. And I'm also starting a CASA journey as well to become a CASA advocate. And I had a million excuses because I didn't feel ready. I'm single, I'm 21. Where am I going to be used? Where am I going to be put? And I remember one time I was just reading through the Bible, and I just had this like epiphany, and he was just like, there are no clauses in my callings. Like, I don't have a clause waiting for you to get this or that right to begin the calling I've put on you. And so I want to challenge people, like, you have that calling, you go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it. It might take a few years, but go for it.
I love it.
Start it.
I love it. You have said that the biggest challenge isn't a lack of willing families, but a lack of connection between children and the right homes. Explain that.
Absolutely. So I think that was something that even today is a big struggle of, there's a lot of, sadly, we're trying to find homes for children, and sometimes decisions may be a little rushed or something like that, and we think it's going to work out, and it ends up not, and those poor kids get thrown back into the system. And so the platform actually I'm standing on is with an organization, a nonprofit called Adoption Share, and they've truly revolutionized the adoption process.
And it's a national organization.
It is, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. It's a national organization. We have. We're national, but the 3 states that we're in right now and currently working in is Virginia, Florida, and Georgia, and we're spreading that out hopefully. But they have a, underneath the umbrella of Adoption Share is a program called Family Match, and that has really revolutionized the connecting process. We've had used technology to work through a system where waiting families can fill out a very extensive form, and then the social workers are also filling that out for the child. And so the families do not get to see the children, but the social workers get to see the families, and the social workers say, this person matches everything on this extensive list. We work with the creators of eHarmony to create this, so it's a very extensive matching program, and it has honestly revolutionized it. We've had so many adoptions happen from this program because of simply that connecting aspect that was missing. It was that little puzzle piece that was missing, and once this was created, it just started the matching process.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's been amazing.
That's amazing. I feel like I don't even need to ask this last question. Is fostering or adoption something you want to do in your adult journey? Is that going to be something you do?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yes, I have talked to DFACS and started that process. It'll be a very slow process, and actually have an interview in the next few weeks coming up with CASA to begin that process to become a CASA advocate. And so I used to listen to that lie of, I'm 21, should I wait till I'm married, or should I wait till this or that? And I started this, and I have found so much joy through this, because I know that this is, since I was 5, this was the calling that I was supposed to do. And so just being able to fulfill that has been absolutely amazing.
Abigail Mongillo, it is a joy talking to you. And your enthusiasm and your passion just come through so beautifully. All the best to you in Orlando as you compete and raise awareness about adoption and fostering. We'll be excited to see what you continue to do on your journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Jenny.
Thank you. We'll be right back.